never been in this room before. Wait, can we leave this in? Oh, I just scared myself with my own hat. Hey, girl. Listen, Operation Work on My Appearance failed so far, but it's only been, 3 weeks? Listen, I just rolled out of bed. Okay, I just rolled out of bed. This is an early morning recording. We're here. It's actually a Monday, so I'm gonna go do the live stream after this. I don't know. I feel like me telling you my schedule is personal, but I don't mind sharing that. Yesterday, I have this little gas-powered K-barbecue grill. Okay. Well, actually, I think it's an Iwatani or something. It's actually a Japanese grill, but I got it because I was looking for a K-barbecue style thing, right? Well, I guess it's J barbecue. I don't fucking know. It's a gas-powered grill, a mini one. And you put in this little gas canister in the side and you close it up and you turn it on and it cooks the food. The thing that I like about it is at the top, it's kind of rounded off and there's little ventilation things all on the side. We'll put a picture up. But what I like about it is when you cook meat, thin sliced brisket or something, K-barbecue style shit, all the fat just goes into the little holes off to the side because it's round, it drips off the sides, right? And it's perfect. It's great. I use this grill a couple times a year. It's one of my favorites. Now, yesterday, I had the bright idea to go eat on my patio. I've been a little more social lately, so I've been having friends hang out and stuff come to my house. So I had a couple friends that were supposed to come over, and I was like, you know what? I don't want the house to smell like brisket because your boy was really fucking with some K-barbecue at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And everybody was coming over at 6 o'clock, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go eat this outside on the patio. I thought it would be very cute, just fun times. So I set up my grill. And then I get all my brisket, put a little salt on it, put a little MSG on it, and then and what do I get? I got a little bowl of white rice. I was like, great, I'm gonna go sit outside, I'm gonna grill this shit, I'm gonna smell some fresh air, and I'm gonna have a nice time. So I get the meat, take it outside, rice outside, take the grill outside, and I needed one more thing, so I was going back inside. Bitch, the patio door locked. Y'all, the other day, I told y'all that I had a mole removed. I had a new one. Wait, why am I showing you? It's there, okay? God, this is so intimate. Whatever. I got a mole removed. And guess what? I got it done within less than 48 hours because of ZocDoc. I cannot tell you enough. I have been using it like crazy. One thing that I found are the doctors that I've gone through that are on ZocDoc are very proactive, very innovative, very much care about your health, and they are looking for new patients that they're gonna actually care for because they know how to run their business. They're not just sitting around. And look, on the app, you can see all of the 5-star reviews. I mean, you can see how close they are to you. You can see their immediate availability. You can see if they take your insurance all through the app. These are all things that normally you would have to pick up the phone and okay, well, this works. Let's find a date. Give me your insurance. I hate doing all of that on the phone. Through a drop-down list, I just click a couple things and boom, here's a whole list of doctors in my area. I'm very excited. I have found my new primary care physician through ZocDoc. I have found my new dermatologist through ZocDoc, and I'm super happy. And look, I've learned there is nothing more important than just getting that doctor appointment on the schedule and taking care of your health. And also just getting rid of the anxiety. Get your annuals, get your checkups, get your just routine maintenance stuff, okay? And look, do it on ZocDoc. Now, the app is free, but I always ask you guys, you can help us out a little bit. Use our code and let them know where you came from. All you're gonna do is go to ZocDoc.com/I-got-nothing. That's ZocDoc.com/I-got-nothing. And look, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Sure, they are a sponsor, but I really want you to use the app, especially if you have issues like picking up the phone and getting those appointments on the calendar, because our health is very important. I don't know how, I don't know why, but my fucking patio door locked on me. So I'm locked out on the patio. Thank God I had my cell phone, but who am I gonna call? And then here's the thing. I'm out here for a couple minutes and I'm like, fuck. What? I need you to picture this. You're in LA and you're locked on your fucking patio on an upper floor. So I'm looking at my phone. I'm scrolling through my contacts. I'm like, who am I going to call? And this is also a scenario where I'm not thinking, man, I wish my ex was here and we still live together, because he would come up to the door and just start laughing at me. I don't even think he would let me in. Also, he's a great person. That's a joke. We just always bully each other, But I was like, okay. So I start scrolling through my phone and the first thing I get is like a friend texting, hey, is it cool if I come over at 5 instead? I was about to say, bitch, not right now. So I call like one or two people and I call a neighbor and neither of them answer. And I'm like, bro, it's like, you have to be kidding me. And so I look over to the left and I see some stairs, but I would have to shimmy over a bar to get to the stairs. I wish I could send you a picture of this, but I would just end up doxing myself essentially. But off to the side of my patio, if I stand on top of the railing, I know it sounds very dangerous, but there was a little space that I could step on and then a staircase that went up. And I was staring at that and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then it started getting hot outside. This is so stupid because now that I'm telling this to you, why does dumb shit always happen to me? Well, here's the thing. Okay, hold on. I was thinking for a minute. I was like, am I just a decent storyteller that I make really mundane things interesting? But no, I was locked out on my patio on an upper floor and had to shimmy across to get to a staircase. Okay? So I do it. And I'm not going to make this part too dramatic because I wish you could see it. Anyone would look at this and be like, okay, hate that, but that's doable. And then there's the stairs. So, bitch, I fucking do it. Over dramatically scaling the wall over, okay? So I go up on the staircase and now I'm on the roof. As I'm telling this, I'm realizing how ridiculous it is. I'm on the roof and I'm looking around and I'm kind of on top of my neighbor's roof, I think, and mine. I can't really tell. And so I look to the left, I look to the right, and I'm like, please tell me somebody's gonna come up the stairs and I can say, hey, over here. I need you to open my front door. What I needed was, I'm pretty sure my front door was open. So I just needed somebody to come inside and unlock the patio door. And nobody was answering. It had been about 15 minutes at this point, but 15 minutes when you are out in the California sun on a rooftop, it's beaten down. So what did I do next? Okay, so I'm on the roof and I'm just hoping that somebody will come up the stairs, a delivery person, a neighbor, something. And so I just post up for a minute and I wait. Also, mind you, girl, I'm barefoot right now. I remember being on the roof and looking at my feet and I'm like, no way. So nobody shows up. Nobody comes up the stairs. Nobody, I guess everybody's partying on a Sunday. I call my friend. I explained the situation. I just told her, I don't know what to do right now. Sometimes I've learned that when you're anxious or nervous about something, sometimes the anxiety will override the logic, And so you just need a level person to lean on. So I called her and I was like, hey, I'm stuck on this roof right now and I don't know what to do. So I was going to FaceTime her and show her my options. So here's what I came to. I could get down, okay? And I wasn't sure if my front door was open or not, but I would call a locksmith or something. I had to get off the roof, okay? That was the main priority. So I look over to the left and there's a fire escape. Tell me why the fuck, because this doesn't make any sense to me. The fire escape goes all the way down, okay? It goes all the way from the floor that I am on to the ground level. It's looking just straight up down a tunnel. So that's the fire escape. And I'm like, okay, it's just a ladder. It's a big ladder, but I could climb the ladder. Now, hold on. Can I pause for a minute? If you were me, okay, would you rather climb 6 stories down a ladder or like wait on top of the roof for maybe 20 or 30 more minutes until somebody maybe comes? And even then, I was thinking about that because y'all know I think about everything in worst case scenario. So like, what's case scenario? Me on my roof, somebody walks by, maybe it's like a Uber Eats driver or something like that. And I'm like, hey man, hey, so sorry, fucking barefoot up here. Could you do me a favor? I'm actually stuck here. Can you open my front door, come inside and open up the patio? Promise you, nobody's gonna kill you. And I know it's weird that I'm stuck on this roof right now, but I really need your help. Honestly, bitch, would you open my front door? Probably not. I wouldn't open my front door. I'm like, this is clearly, they're gonna kill me, okay? It's broad daylight on the Lord's day, but they're gonna kill me. So, I don't know. So I look at the fire extinguisher, and then there's one other option, okay? Over to my right is like my neighbor's place. And I don't talk to them at all. I think I've met them one time ever. In fact, like they seem like a little like, you know, you stay in your place, I'll stay in my, like, you know, like they give me don't touch my shit kind of vibes, okay? And I look over and they have a staircase directly connected that goes just right down to the floor that I need to be. And God willing, it's just a normal, little tiny, straight down staircase. I guess they like built it to access some kind of level. And I'm looking at that like SpongeBob looking at a glass of water. I'm like, I need to get down that fucking staircase, that nice, safe staircase. Here's the problem that I'm having. I couldn't decide if I wanted to go down how far would that ladder have been? I don't know, the 100-foot ladder. I was like, if I go down the 100-foot ladder, she won't be mad at me, you know? And then if I climb over barefoot these 2 little things and get to her staircase, she's gonna hear me come down and possibly see me, but at least I'll be safe. Please tell me, commenters, please tell me, which one would you pick? Like, which one would it be? Also, does this make sense to you? This is how I know I'm healing. Because I was like, bro, I need to just go do the safe thing. I'm about to put myself at risk for just to not inconvenience somebody when I'm stuck on a rooftop. Like, I wouldn't be mad if somebody came down my staircase and, you know, they were stuck on a rooftop. So I grow some balls. I muster some strength. I think I went over like how tall was this? Hold on. I went over like a 3-foot wall. This is ridiculous. God, I wish I could show you guys this so bad because it's so ridiculous. So I go over this like 3-foot wall and I'm in her little, I don't know, atrium or something. Trying to stay low to the ground. I'm trying to stay low and light. I didn't want to, like, you know, be too loud on the staircase because I didn't want her to come down. I didn't want her to notice. So I'm sneaking down on the phone with my friend. I'm like, okay, I'm taking the staircase. And I scutter down. And I go to my front door and I'm like, please, Lord, please be unlocked. Please, Lord, let the door be unlocked. It was. Thank God. But here's my other option. I was getting to the point where I was going to just order something on Postmates and leave the delivery instructions. It said, I am stuck on my roof. I need somebody to open my door. I will tip you $50 or something, you know? Okay, then would you have done it? Would you have opened my door for me? I don't know. I'm so curious. What a dumb situation for me to say. I need your reactions to this, but I need to know. I really need to know. So I'm sitting here thinking as I'm telling this, do I invite chaos into my life? Am I an overdramatic storyteller? Am I always getting myself into bad situations? Let me just walk through this for a minute. Let me answer these questions for myself. 1, getting trapped on your patio is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Like, it's a small enclosed space, you know? It's like, imagine you get stuck in a closet and you don't have a cell phone or something, you know? Like, it sucks, right? 2, I didn't cause this. My door just, I don't know, jammed or something. Like, okay. And then 3, this sucked. Okay, so wait, am I being... For me, here's what I'm trying to measure out. Why do I have so many ridiculous fucking stories each week? But honestly, last week, the scammer story, it actually wasn't that crazy. That was just me being observational. So anyways, I don't know what it is. Welcome back to the podcast this week. I'm your host. It's I Got Nothing with Boz. Dude, the new Wicked movie is sending me for a loop. Let me explain. On one hand, I'm just not an Ariana fan. And I haven't really been since the whole Ethan Slater thing. Okay, hear me out. Ariana and Ethan have stayed together. Also, I don't know if you're all up to date on the controversy. I feel like some of you guys are, but let me give you a quick rundown. Also, what I'm about to say, I think it sounds crazy, but like, this is true. This is what happened. So Ariana Grande is dating this guy named Dalton Gomez. He's a cutie. He's like a little real estate guy. Like he's, you know, he's a little normie, but he's like in these socialite circles. And Ariana gets with him sometime around or before the pandemic, and they're together all through the pandemic. And I guess the magic dies. And she ends up moving on and getting a gig with Wicked. That's so funny. I call it a gig. Like this is just like a side job or something like that. Like no, she got a leading role in Wicked. Anyway, so she gets this gig. And she and Dalton are on the rocks. I don't know the exact timelines, but something like this. And while she's working on Wicked, she ends up meeting this guy named Ethan Slater. Ethan Slater played SpongeBob in Broadway. You have to be a very specific type of man to get cast as SpongeBob. I don't know what the specifications are, but I know it's not a broad casting, okay? So Ariana gets very interested in Mr. SquarePants, and she's going through her divorce and everything with Dalton. But this Mr. SquarePants thing is low-key because Mr. SquarePants is married. He is married to his high school sweetheart. Anyways, I'll stop calling him Mr. SquarePants. Ethan Slater, okay? So just reminding you. Ex-husband that's moving out the door is Dalton Gomez, real estate guy. Ariana is moving into working on Wicked, and then she meets Ethan Slater, who is Mr. SquarePants, but I will refer to him now as Ethan. So Ethan is actually married to his like high school sweetheart, a woman named Lily J. And Ethan and Lily had been together for like 10 years and finally had just decided to have a baby. But little does Lily J know that Ethan and Ariana are fucking around. Listen, when we as the public found this out, because we're shallow, okay? I looked at these pictures of these two and I said, what is going on? But whatever. I actually ended up getting my explanation later, which I'll tell you in a second. But so it's this whole big news scandal, and I mean it's a true scandal. You know, Ariana and Ethan meet on the set of Wicked. They really hit it off. He has just become a father. His wife Lily had just given birth months ago. Ariana met the baby and held the baby. And then Ethan broke the news to Lily one day, like, hey, this isn't working out. And then he shacks up with Ariana. So I think this left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. It left a bad taste in mine. But actually, let me say this. For me personally, it wasn't just the Ethan Slater situation because, like, look, bro, pursuing a guy that is married and has a baby just across the board, it's not good. It's not great, right? It's horrible. But I think, you know, maybe some people are like, well, maybe there was just some huge spark or maybe I don't know, right? Basically what I'm saying is, okay, maybe we excuse this one. The problem is that Ariana had a history of taking people's mans. Like a long history, super long. I was on my friend's podcast a while ago where we talked about this, and I was pretty, you know, I was pretty heated because to me, I saw this, you know, when you first see it, you see it as a, you know, your fellow woman betraying us. Ariana, how could you do this, right? But when I looked at it big picture, and I mean, I can't even go through the whole timeline, but like, oh my God, she's like literally shacked up with like 4 dudes, like exes or something. I don't even think I have to say allegedly for that. I don't even think I have to. Like, the history is online, okay? But when you look at the whole scheme of things, it's like, this feels like a pattern. This feels like a pattern where maybe you either like competing with other women, or you get activated when somebody has something that you want, or there's, I don't know. This seems like a pattern. And if it's a pattern that you are regularly engaging in over the years that you can look at and other people can see now too, and it's hurting people, I feel like you should do something about that, And so basically this is like not her first rodeo doing this, but I digress. What I actually heard the spark was between Mr. Squarepants and Ariana Grande was apparently there's like a theater kid thing. Like, theater kids you guys are just like really horny for each other in the auditorium. And like, honestly, I could see that. I get that. You guys are like, wow, Katie has a beautiful voice. I'm hard. I don't fucking get I don't know. Okay. So back to Wicked. That's kind of the backstory. So I'm not, and then, okay, here's the other thing too. I could be swayed, Ariana. I could be swayed. I didn't like any of the songs that she put out. What was the newest one? I was about to say Thank You Next, but that was the last good one, wasn't it? What was she doing? A little swing, a little Madonna or something in the latest one? I can't even remember what it was. I didn't like it. It was a little Vogue. It was a little Broadway, and I did not like it. If you didn't know, one thing that's really common in the music industry now is juicing up a track by releasing multiple remixes of it. So if an artist, if Ariana releases Thank You Next, and that gets, 10 million streams, and then later they release Thank You Next Remix, and then Thank You Next Slowed, and then Thank You Next Dark Mix or something, all of those get aggregated into the plays for that one track, as long as they don't divert too much. Like, if it's a full on remix, it won't count, but they kind of all just get amalgamated into the same track. And so they're able to juice certain songs on the Billboard Top 100. So listen, here, think about this. Think about this from a PR standpoint. Ariana goes through this big scandal last year. She takes some time to heal and kind of recover, but, Ariana, we got to get out there and we got to put out some new music. We got to put out a new album, and it's got to be a banger. It's got to be a hit. It's got to be great. But also, for her to be engaged with the music, it's got to be from the heart, okay? So what she's feeling at the time is probably what the track is going to sound like. And at the time, she's like heavy into Broadway. So there's, kind of, if I recall correctly, the song had some Madonna, Vogue aspects, maybe a little theater, something like that in the music video. And so, the record labels are like, fuck, this isn't going to be a number one. How do we make it a number one? Because if she has this fall from grace and then her single comes out and she hasn't released music in a while and it only charts at 23, it makes Ariana look bad in the industry. This just happened with Katy Perry. Woman's World didn't even... How close did it even get on the chart? Oh my God, dude, I was supposed to be talking about Wicked, but I'm just going on this whole Ariana tangent for a minute. We'll get to the Wicked poster. But I need to do a full case study on Katy Perry at this point, because Woman's World, what a bomb. And you know what, also, so I wonder if they used any of the tactics to juice the song. Let me check. Okay. They did do it. So for Woman's World, they did the BRB woman version, Doing the Most woman version, Transcendental woman version, Super woman version. Dude, I could go in on this all so hard because this is ridiculous. They want to be Charlie XCX and Kesha so bad, but Katy Perry hates women, so allegedly. Katy Perry's team did do the juice, but that one didn't, debut that hard. So, and also, you know what, Ariana, I'm not saying that they just juiced her to a number one, but what I'm trying to convey is, one, it was important that she has a number one, or at least a top 3, because otherwise she's going to look like a flop. Like, just the scandal plus that back-to-back. So she has to have the scandal and then go straight into a win, So I'm not just saying that she had this number one because they juiced up the numbers, because I remember when the song came out, I wanted to hear it because I was actually mad at Ariana, but hoping for a banger. All of that to say, if you put out a good song, I'll come back, okay? I'll come back. Perfect example of this is, God, Azalea is not okay. Azalea is... I would not want to be in a room with Azalea. I wouldn't. But she was on my Spotify most listened to last year. She was. Look, I'm not somebody that what is it people say? Separate the art from the artist. Nope. Do I like the song? Yep. Do I not want to be in a room with you? Yep. That's how I roll, okay? That's it. I don't know what I was talking about. God, I think my ADHD is getting bad. I went out. I went out with somebody the other day. This guy, and he was like, he noticed my ADHD, and he asked me, he was like, have you ever considered like running or something to get all of that energy out of your body? And I'm like, tell me in less words that you're exhausted by me, sir. Okay. I told y'all I'm exactly like this off camera too, which is kind of the worst. Like, this works great on camera, but like off camera, actually, no, I'll go completely silent for hours. Sometimes maybe that's why I have so much. Oh my God, is that why I have so much energy? Because I go completely like nonverbal for hours, sometimes days even. Like, if you leave me in my house for 2 days and I don't talk to anybody on the phone, I should call somebody. I'm the type of person where if you put out a banger, you make beautiful art, you give us a hit, I'm still gonna give it a listen. You know, I'm still gonna check it out. Now, Wicked is a totally different beast because it's a musical. Has anyone noticed how every time they put out a high production musical, we always complain like, we wanted to see it not as a musical? But, you know, I know the musical people, they need it. Like, the other thing is, the musical people are very particular about their stuff, okay? A lot of fandoms are like that, right? Like, you know, like the Star Wars fandom or something. Like, there's just certain ones where they're just very, very, very particular. So this week, there was a bit of controversy because they released the Wicked poster. It's just the promo for the movie. If you don't know, this is an adaptation of a really popular Broadway play. It's kind of the origins of The Wizard of Oz. That's what Wicked is. The two witches, good and evil. So, one, Glenda, is it Glenda or Galinda? Glinda, I think, is the good witch, played by Ariana Grande, and then Cynthia Erivo is, why did they make these names so complicated? God damn, I know this name, but I'm gonna say it. Elphaba. Dude, why the fuck? What is the name? It's what? Well, that's what I said, right? Elphaba? Okay. I mean, that was one of them. Elphaba. Elphaba. I'm so annoying this episode. Okay. Elfie. Don't come for me, musical people. I just can't say it today. Listen, I came into the studio today wearing a cowboy hat and sunglasses. I've given up and the day hasn't even started yet. All right. So let me go for my Broadway people first. Okay. If the movie studios want the Broadway people, they want to keep it as true to origin as possible. And because the movie's not out yet, people don't know how close it is to the original story. Like, you want to be a little innovative, but also like keep the integrity of it, right? Well, the only thing they've really put out is the trailer and the movie poster. But the first thing that Wicked fans get all over is the movie poster. Now, I want you to understand too, Broadway is like a culture, especially like in New York or other places where there's like a big theater circuit. And people love Wicked. It's fun to see Broadway shows like Wicked over and over again because they basically cast new people almost every season or sometimes every couple of weeks. And you get a different experience with a different Broadway actor. Like I've talked about seeing Broadway as a person that doesn't really like musicals myself. I was just in awe of the talent of the people that get selected to be on that stage. I mean, they are really powerful. They are really like well trained. They are really talented. It's amazing. And that's part of the experience with Broadway, right? So if somebody loves Wicked, they might go over and over and over again, seeing it several times over years, seeing different actors, different guest casts, like all that kind of stuff. So there's a soft spot in a lot of people's hearts. I know for some of y'all, Wicked is like your comfort play. Like you have a bad day and you just really want to go see Wicked, okay? Like I super get that. So when they released this poster, a lot of the fans hated that the poster was not exactly the same as the original art for Wicked. And so on this poster, there's Miss Elfie and then Ariana to the right side. Ariana's profile on it is her side profile is very visible. She's very recognizable. And then Cynthia, the other actress that is playing the evil witch, she's off to the side and she has a more face forward kind of photo in the poster. And a little bit of her hat is covering it, but you can like mostly see her face. This is where people got upset because in the original poster, the evil witch kind of has like a hat going over her eye a little bit and it's covered up. And so, oh wait, this was such a weird part. So somebody makes a altered version of the poster, like correcting the poster to make it right. To make the new Wicked poster true to the original. And I saw this on a TikTok video. They edited it to change the lips to be more red. They kind of cover her face with the hat, you know, da da da. And people were like, wow, this looks so much better. This looks better. Okay. Can I just explain something to you guys just for a minute, like a entertainment-y kind of thing? The lady, Cynthia, I want to look at her past movies because I don't know about you guys. I think I've seen her name before, Cynthia or Revo, but I don't know her face and I don't know what she's from. Okay, she's in some big movies, but I don't recognize her. Like she was in Pinocchio, she was in Harriet, she was in a movie called Luther, Drift. She's been in a lot of stuff recently. She working, huh? Yeah, she working. This thing is stacked. Well, this is my first introduction to Cynthia as an actress. And if her management team is good, they are going to want her face on the poster in full. You get what I'm saying? Not a lot of people recognize her. And so this is a great way for her to get her face out there and an excellent opportunity. So, you know, if she has the choice between, hey, do you want to cover up your face so we stay true to the original art and, you know, the first wave of fans aren't mad? Like, no, nobody would do that. Like, if I'm like a breakthrough actor, I would want people to see my face and I would use that Wicked poster as an opportunity. I don't give a fuck about the original poster. I also think I think that if they had covered up her face more and made it a little more true to the poster in which you can't really see her eyes or any of her like identifying features, personally, then I would be like, yo, this shit feels a little racist because why y'all got Ariana up here in full Technicolor and I know that is Miss Grande, but this new person is a shadowy figure on the poster, you know? So on one hand, I understand some people being like, oh my God, they can't even get the poster right. This is going to be a disaster. But then when I think about it on the back end, like, yeah, if I was Cynthia, I would absolutely argue like I need to be front and center on that fucking poster. I mean, wouldn't you? You know? But here's where things get a little weird. She actually like posted an Instagram story about it where she was really angry. And I just thought, I mean, yes, we're in the era of, you know, Chapel Roan where we're like, get away from me. Everyone get away from me. And I respect it and I super get it, but I thought this was extra. Okay, so this is what she posted and we'll put this up so you guys can see what the fan edit looks like. In the fan edit, they did make it look like the original Wicked poster. And, you know, Ariana's face is a little covered up. They're kind of both equally covered up. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay. But she posted the fan edit and then she wrote, this is the wildest, most offensive thing I have ever seen. Equal to that awful AI of us fighting. Equal to people posing the question, is your pussy green? I don't know. It just says star, star, star. They said, none of this is funny. None of it is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration. I am a real-life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of a camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful. I get it. Like on one hand, I can see like where the Broadway fans are like, this is gonna be all wrong, you know? And the worry for a piece of art that you love. And then also from Cynthia's point of view, like she's getting thrown into a fandom for the first time. Like you guys have heard how bad it is when I'll mention like Star Wars again or similar fan bases, like when a new actor joins the franchise and maybe their character's not likable or people just don't like them and they get shit on. Getting thrown into a fandom is really hard. And then you have to assimilate, you know? So I also get for her, we have no idea how bad some of the hate she's getting in. Like, I haven't seen anybody on Twitter say, hey, Cynthia, is that pussy green? But clearly she's been getting this, like whether it be Instagram DMs, like email, something like that of that nature. She's been getting these. So she's understandably angry. But I think personally for me, I'm like, well, the showing that anger over people having control over your image is like so the wrong move. Like, am I tripping? Like, if you tell people online that you're agitated by something and you show emotion towards it, then they're just gonna do it more, you know? Almost from a place of worry for Cynthia, I'm like, yo, dude, bro, do you get where's the PR? Where's the team? Because there was justifiable anger in her statement, but I wouldn't have given that anger to the public because you're upset that you gave your image to the public. She said, I looked right down the barrel of the camera for you. I'm like, that was not a good line to include. And because like if I don't know you as the viewer and you say, I did this for you, I'm like, I didn't ask for it and I'm not in the theater right now. So don't guilt trip me. I mean, because that's kind of what that is. It's kind of a guilt trip, right? That's odd. So yeah, her anger is in there. It's justifiable. But if you're afraid of how the public is handling your image, your person, you feel like that's been taken from you, then I personally would not give the public my emotions or my rage afterwards, you know? Just kind of my 2 cents. Bitch, I just rambled for so long. I did not know we were pretty much to the end of the episode. Wait, let me not blue ball you or something. I'm gonna go see the movie. I'm curious to see Cynthia's performance and, you know, Ariana, we're down. We're not fully out. But we're down and I got my eye on you, Ariana. Okay. I got my eye on you. Keep my man away from Ariana. Keep him away. Keep him away. Stay back. Stay back, bitch. Go sing into a microphone or something.